I ain't gonna do no more talking. Hey, let the beat drop.
Hey, before we start this video, please subscribe. It's free. Free content.
Your popcorn. BigWinnn.
What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today's video is gonna be about why most of us in this generation is gonna be single. I just, woke up not too long ago and I was just like thinking life is very hard right now. Keeping a relationship and, it's very hard right now. And I was like, why? Why is that? Why constantly, time and time, people, is struggling with relationships, right? Like I see it all over the place. I see it on Twitter. I see it on TikTok mostly. You scrolling on TikTok and, you're just like, oh, this is for you. This is for you. Or they cheating on you, this and that, right? And it's just like, there are so many distractions in the world that make you view everything differently nowadays. Why, let me say that again. There's just like so many distractions in the world that make you view the world so much differently than how it was back then. There's so much technology. You see all different types of stuff, and a lot of us have become more, self, oriented, which that's a great thing. It's a great thing to become one with yourself and, know what you want. But also there's a negative side that comes to that. Me personally, I've opened my eyes and I've realized so many different things that I want in a relationship that I felt like that I settled for. And I look back at it and I'm just like, why did I ever do that? Why didn't I just do this at this certain time? Why did I let that slide? Why did this, And now I'm thinking to myself, this is why people shun other people. And good people. Not bad people, good people that's actually meant for them. This is why other people shun them. The way I was thinking, I'm coming in like, I'm looking back at my, at the things that I've done and the things that I went through, and I'm just like, why did I ever take that? I should have left. I should have not given it, the time of day, right? But then coming to think about that, that is it. That's why none of these relationships are working. We expect so much from other people. We expect them to be perfect. Just like my last video, I was talking about perfection. We expect them to be this version of perfect. This is why I said perfect. It's not real, but it's true. We expect our partners to be perfect to us, but they're not. It's no way possible that they're going to be perfect to us. When I look back at my particular partner I'm thinking about, because we all have that particular person that we always think about, so when I look back at them, yes, that person was not perfect. She wasn't. But I look back and I'm just like, but she was meant for me. Just like I still feel like I was meant for her. And why I say that, people gonna be like, oh, move on. When I look back at everything that happened in my experience, you may feel the same way with your experience. So I look back at everything that happened in my experience. For the majority of the part, I was thinking it was worth it because the way I felt. And people say, let go, you gonna find better and bigger. When I think about this, I've talked to a lot of people, in my lifetime. Seen a lot of people, and nobody has shifted my form like this. Sorry to pause the video, but I just seen a TikTok that perfectly explains what I'm talking about. When a person is meant for you, but imperfections mess up the relationship, so you go find a new one, and it's just not the same. And then in reality, you're probably going to leave that relationship because it's not the same as what you're expecting. When a person is meant for you, they're meant for you, but they need to fix the imperfections. You know what I'm saying? So enjoy this video. It's a short TikTok that just explains what I'm expectations are so high. Expectations are so high. You need to meet the expectations to other people, or they gonna drop you because they feel like, nah, you ain't it. But that's exactly the problem. That is literally the problem. We expect, oh, he needs to be perfect. Oh, she needs to be perfect. She needs to be perfect for me. If she's not, I'm dropping her. So now people gotta come into relationships already, people gotta come into relationships already as the person that you want them to be already, off rip. And then immediately when things start to go south, you start to rethink the whole thing. And it sucks. A part of it is good though, because you know what you want, right? But then you have to understand, the person that you're meeting is not your brother. Obviously, nobody's doing that type of stuff. The person that you meet is not your sister. They come in from a whole different aspect of life. How they was raised, their experience of their own life, things that they saw, things that they learned, is different than yours. How they were, like I said, how they were raised is different from yours. So now y'all coming in, I came from this aspect of life, you came from this aspect of life, right? What makes the bond happen? That y'all have things in common. He can make you laugh, she can make you smile, she can make you happy. Y'all got things in common. But y'all two people come from different aspects of life, different experience, and y'all found things that's in common, right? So then when y'all join in together, then y'all start getting into road bumps. Things that is different. Things that in this person's experience is different than this person's experience. So yeah, y'all got things, right? Y'all connected like this with with things in common. But then right here can't connect yet because those are the differences. Y'all have a lot in common, but then it's the differences. So a lot of people let these differences break them apart. Rather than the things that they have in common and these differences, they fix these differences so then they can be whole and one and not and interlocked. So they're together, they're one. But a lot of y'all, when these differences start to come about, when you start to see things that you don't like right here, y'all want to break away. But y'all forget about all of this though. Y'all forget about all of this that y'all have in common, everything that made you even click with this person. But here come the differences right here. Some of y'all just can never get that to click, and y'all pushing, y'all butting heads, and it's just not, instead of coming together with it, y'all butt heads, and this was what happens. You butt heads until these start to break. And then it's this. The butt heads, and then y'all just can't join again. Instead of coming like this, butting heads, then they're the locking. Y'all come like this and break apart. Bravo for that explanation. If y'all got that, when there's problems that start to arise, because they will, y'all are two people coming from different aspects of life. Different. Y'all are two different people. Y'all are not the same person. Now that's why there's things called like twin flames and soulmates, because like they're your other half. You felt like, they're meant for you. But even at that moment, y'all still gonna have differences. Y'all still coming from two different aspects of life. Y'all are not gonna view things the same. That's when you come together and you communicate. That's when you come together and talk. Y'all come together and talk. Y'all come together and make things strong. That's what they did back in the day. That's why some of y'all grandparents are stuck together for a long time. A lot of social media shit, social media It's a great thing. I love that it's been created, but a lot of the times we're viewing other people's lives as ours, like we're trying to emulate their lives and, implement it in our lives, when that's not even us. And social media, you can only put out what you want to put out, right? Listen, this is a perfect example right here. There's a girl, right? She posting her man. She posting everything. This man buying her purses, buying her cars. She's living the best life, and she posting it. And everybody, all her followers are just like, oh my God, sis. Like, if he wanted to, he will. If he wanted to, he will. This and that, right? Praising him. And now they talk about, I'm not settling for nothing. That's what I want right there, which is great, right? But she not showing everything in that relationship. He could be abusive, right? He could be abusive, but she's only putting out there what she wants to put out, right? He could be abusive. That's why I'm saying some people want to emulate this thing like there's a perfect person. There's nobody who's perfect. There's always some type of flaw. Now we can minimize these flaws. They don't have to be big, like cheating. Like cheating is, you don't have to cheat. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like once you come into a relationship with somebody, you should be loyal. You should be committed. You know what I'm saying? And another thing, because this is one of my experiences that I had, about loyalty. My loyalty was questioned. It was questioned. I'm coming in asking for a committed relationship, right? I want a relationship. I want to commit. This is what I want. But a lot of us like to play this talking, not talking, dating, not dating, relationship, not relationship, and we just in this. It's very confusing. What do they call it? Situationship. You know what I'm saying? It's very confusing. Like, I feel like if two people want to come together, come together. If two people want to talk, let them talk. But like, there should be some type of balance there. That's why communication is so big. I just want people to be blunt and up forward with what you want. And if you can do this, then let's try this. You can date. And I think that the aspect of dating has declined. When people talk about dating, I'm dating this person, they like, oh, I'm in a relationship. Dating used to be like, I'm gonna go out with this person and we gonna date to see if we click. Not, I'm dating this person. Oh, you tied. Like, dating has turned into like, oh, I'm tied down with that person, right? But that's what it never used to be. A relationship and dating is two different things. I'd be like, oh, I'm dating her. That means I'm seeing her, like we're dating. We're trying to figure this out. Like, dating has turned into talking almost. So when people say I talk to this person, that means, I'm talking to them. That's what it's turned out. So when people say dating, they're like, oh yeah, that's your person. And a lot of people is possessive, which a lot of people feels different about that. To me, when I'm in a relationship, I like possessiveness. I like my woman to be all over me and not want to talk to anybody else and that. And I respect that, because I like that. That's just my preference. A lot of people want their space, but I want my girl to be all over me, you know what I'm saying? A lot of guys do, you know what I'm saying? A lot of guys do. We have to stop this confusion. We have to stop this. If you're in a committed relationship, you can't be talking to other people. You have to be committed. If you don't want to be in a relationship, get out. If you don't want to be tied down, get out and be honest. If you want that person, then be with them. Right? It's so simple, but we're making it so difficult because there's so confusion and people want to play mind games. I hate it so much. People want to play mind games so bad. So that's why a lot of us is going to end up single. Because a lot of people like to play games. A lot of people is not serious. A lot of people want to test you. A lot of people want to, let me test this person and mess with that person's emotions. Testing, I can understand you want to test to see if they cool and they cool with you, but testing can be confusing. I'm just saying that because you may put out one thing and it may come out as another. A lot of people say, oh, I'm gonna leave him alone to see if he gonna come come catch me, or to see if he gonna come get me or something like that. And if a lot of people gonna take that as like, oh, she don't want me, so it's just like, okay, I'm not gonna chase her. And then you gonna take that as like, dang, you don't really like me. When he probably did. But instead he playing these mind games. So it's mind games. It's not communicating, not understanding. It's my way or the highway. It's I see somebody else doing this. Why can't you do that? You know what I'm saying? I see I feel like I'm settling. There's so many things now that it's just like 9 times out of 10 there's something that's gonna go wrong at this point. So I'm just telling you, the way to fix that is you have to communicate, and y'all both have to be blunt with what you want. That's the only way you can understand each other. Y'all have to be blunt with what you want. So that way you're not settling. That way there's no games. That way there's no nothing. That's why there's just a simple understanding of everything. It's very simple. But we're gonna make it so difficult for ourselves. Well, that's my talk for today. You know, I just woke up and I felt like I had to share that. So if you like that video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe for the next one. Thank you for listening. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. All right, peace.
What's in my cup? Can't get a taste. Kicking this trapper right now with the safe. I catch your eyewitness off with his face. Brand new Glock, give a fuck about the case. Brand new bitch, give a fuck about my ex. I love it up, they gon' have half flex. The guy this whole gang. Thank you, nigga. I fuck with my Glock, I shit with the 10. I don't want nobody.